Hi guys, good good evening. Let me share my screen. So in the last class, what we discussed it so we discussed connecting to the connecting to the data source of OneDrive and load the data and create that particular app into that one, right? So so after creating an app, so what are the elements we are using and each and every point we discuss it in that one. Okay. So today, what we need to do is we need to so first of all, we need to store the data in Power Apps. Okay. If you want to store the data in Power Apps means here in Power Apps, we have an option called tables. What is that? Tables. Okay. Or this we can call it as Dataverse. Okay. This we can call it as Dataverse. Dataverse, or we can call it as a tables. Okay. This tables we can call it as either Dataverse or a tables it is. Okay. Previously the name is Dataverse it is there. Now it is changed to tables. Okay. So when you click on this particular table, okay, some default tables are available in Power Apps. Okay, some default tables are available. That means, so why they are including these tables is sometimes what will happen. So when you are working with organization, okay, you want to create an account table. So sometimes you don't know what columns you need to create it. Okay, that's the reason Power Apps will help you. That means Power Apps will help that it will just give some sample tables, whichever it is, those tables, whichever it is used in most of the organization. Understand? So most of the organization, whichever tables are used, those first they are load the data. Those are tables are stored here. That's the reason. If you want to use any of these tables, sometimes if you want to use it, you can directly use it here. Understand or not? See, in tables, in under the tables, this we can call it as tables or database. Okay, so in these tables, by default, Microsoft will provide some sample tables. Okay, Microsoft will provide some sample tables. Okay, so why they are giving is, so most of the times whichever organizations are using the tables, they don't want to create any table. So just I need to provide those tables, and if it is required in your project, you have to use that one. So that's the reason they are giving some sample tables. Okay, if you want to use these tables into the organization, you have to use it. Otherwise, not leave it about them. If you want to create your own table and load the data into the table also, you can do it here. Understand clearly? So under the tables, you will have, whenever you click on tables, you will see some default tables. These are all the default tables it is. Okay. So these are all our default tables it is. Okay. So for these tables also, if you want to use it in your particular project, you can use these tables. And by using these tables also, you can create an app. Understand? And one more thing is, whenever you are logged into that Power Apps, by default, you will have only tables. You didn't have any data for this one. Understand? So you need to load that you need to load that data into these tables. Okay, understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, after login, whenever you are new login to this Power Apps, so here these are dummy data. Okay, that means there is no records. Only the columns are available for each and every table. Okay, if you want to get the data for these tables, then you have to load sample data also. You can load it. Understand? You can load the sample data. So if you want to load the sample data, so you will have you have a one option is there. Like see here, suppose for example, these tables are there. This is a table. When you click on this one, when you click on that particular table, when you come down, okay, see here, when you come down, see, by is there any data is available here? See, we have the column. Suppose for it. So initially I load this data, sample data. That's the reason data is available. But whenever you log into that particular, log into the newly log into the Power Apps, at that time, whenever you open any default table, the data is not available. Only the columns are available. Like what columns is available for that particular default table, you can see all the columns here. When you come down, see here, only the column names will be there. Data won't be there. At that time, at that point of time, what you have to do is you have to load the sample data for all these tables. Okay, if you want to load the sample data for all these tables, then where you can load it means, see, on the top right corner you will see settings icon, right? Okay, under the settings icon you will have an option called advanced setting. What is that? Advanced settings. Click on that advanced settings. Okay, when you click on advanced settings, okay, it will go to the, see, data management tab. Okay, because all the data, sample data, everything they are maintaining there itself. That's the reason it will go to the dynamic 365 related one. Understand? So here what will happen is, so in this tab, so what you need to do, you have to click on under the settings, what you have to click on advanced settings. Under the advanced settings, okay, you have to load the sample data here itself. So after opening this tab, under the settings, you will have, see here, there beside of settings there is a drop down is available here. Okay, this is the drop down is available. Click on the drop down. When you click on the drop down, you will have an option called data management. What is that? Data management. When you click on the data management, see here, sample data is there, right? Click on this one. When you click on this one, actually in that particular, in those tables, the data will be there, right? Suppose you want to remove all the record from default tables, only for removing default tables data only it will remove. Suppose if I want to remove it because I want to load it again, so that's the reason I need to come here and click on remove sample data. Okay, whenever you click on remove sample data, it will take some time to remove all the data from the default tables. Okay. So after that, we need to load the sample data again. Understand? Okay. So it will take some time to delete all the record from the tables. Okay. Suppose for now, if you want to go to that particular tables, again, if you want to see the data, suppose for example, refresh this particular browser and go to those tables, like see here, click on this one. Okay. And whenever you click on account, okay, account table, when you come down, see here, the data is not available. Previously, data is available because at the time of a login to this one, I load the sample data into this particular. That's the reason the data is available here. So now what I'm doing here, I'm deleting all the sample data in each and every default table. Okay, now I freshly load the sample data into these tables. Then what you have to do, again, go to the settings option. You will have an option called advanced settings. Under the advanced settings, okay, again, where you need to go, click on settings. Under the settings, there is a data management is there. Okay, under the data management, you will have an option called sample data. Click on this one. See here, sample data is not installed on this system. That means sample data is not available on these default systems. So what you have to do, install sample data. Click on this one. See, so this it will load that particular data into the sample data is loaded into the default tables, and you can close this particular window and close this one. And again, when you go here and refresh the browser and go to the respective default table, any of the table, you will see some data into that particular one. Okay, so under the table, if you come down, see the data is loaded now. Okay, so whatever the data sample data is loaded in respective table, if you click on this particular tables, you can see all the tables related records and everything here itself. Understand? Suppose for example, if you want to, for in this particular table, if you want to create a new column, see there is an option like a new option is there. You can create a new column and you can load that particular column data into that particular column. That means whatever column you newly created into that particular column, if you want to load the data, you can load it. I will show you like we need to create a separate table. In that what columns we required, we can create all the columns and we can load our that means data source related data. We can load it into that particular table. And after that, we need to use that particular table into the Power Apps. Okay, so these tables, under these tables, whatever tables are available now for all the default, these are all the default tables. For all the default tables, sample data is available now. Okay, that means under each and every table, data is available. Now, if you want to use, see, if you want to use these tables for creating an app, means you can use it. Okay, so how you can use it means just in the left side, there is an option called create. There is an option called create. When you click on create, okay, so you will have an option data versus there, right? So click on this one. Whenever you click on this one, it will go to the data source connection tab, right? There, what Dataverse table is there, here itself you can connect it. Suppose, for example, click on new connection. So you have in the new connection, you have to select the Dataverse related. Understand or not? See here, select this one and click on create it. And it is asking some credentials, how you are logged into this Power App, same credentials you have to give it. Then automatically it will getting access for this one. Under this particular Dataverse is nothing but a tables. I told you, right? Tables is nothing but a Dataverse. Understand? Wherever you are seeing an option like a Dataverse, that means it is Power Apps tables. Understand? So suppose, for example, I want to use the accounts table. With this accounts table, I want to create the default Canvas app. So click on connect it. Then whatever the tables data is there, with that, automatically Power Apps will create an app for this one. Okay, see here, the same app will be created here in this. So I don't want like this. Suppose, for example, there are in this gallery, there are browse galleries there. In this gallery, they are taking like a layout is, I told you, right, yesterday, like email, there are different layouts is there. So which layout you wanted, you can select it, that one. Suppose, for example, I want to show 3 column values in this particular gallery. So you have to select that particular template. And here in each and everything, So there are 3 columns only, we can see it. So if you want to see that particular column value, see here, I want to increase this one, like see. Okay, so this is the value. No, so for this particular card, what value it is showing? Like account name it is showing. No, I don't want to show the account name. So whatever different columns are there, I want to take those columns. Like suppose, for example, select the gallery, and under the after selecting a gallery, go to the properties. There is a properties option on the right side, right? Under edit. Okay, so here those columns in here itself, whatever columns are there, these default columns, it will take it from that particular table. In the accounts table, whatever columns are there, Power Apps will automatically take these columns. But if you want to if you want to show your own 3 columns, then you can change it here itself. Like suppose, for example, what is this one? Like a title, right? So for the title, I want to show like see here, there are different names are there. Um, Suppose I want to show the account. Okay. Then see, account only it will shows it. Suppose I want to show the account name or like this. Then those related values only it will shows. See here for subtitle. Subtitle is nothing but the second card. See here, if this is the second card. In this second card, whatever it is showing, so instead of showing main phone, I want to show different one. Like suppose, for example, address column. Okay, like this address column. Address one, it will shows that value. So in this particular body too, so what you want to show the value, that column you have to select it here. Suppose, for example, I want to select the status. I think status column is there, right? Suppose I want to select email. See, those email related on it, it is displaying here. Okay, that means in the gallery, maximum 3 columns only it will shows. One is image. That means Vijay, there are different layouts. In that layout, maximum is 4 values are there, but one is image. Okay, so one is image. So along with this, only 3 columns only we can show it. So okay, in the gallery we can show it. Suppose, for example, I want to show, instead of showing 3 columns only, okay, I want to see complete table data. Then you have to take the table. Okay, table data table option is there, element is there. By using that element, you can take what columns you required from that particular table. Okay, but in the gallery, each record having only 3 values, it will show it. 3 column values only. Okay, suppose, for example, if I go, whenever you play this particular one, suppose if you click on this arrow, what will happen? It will go to the detail. Suppose Vijay, okay, in the gallery we can take only few columns. Okay, that means in the form, these are all form, right? Yesterday we are discussing, these are detail screen. What will be there? Forms are there. Can we only 3 columns only we can show it here? No, we can show multiple columns in the forms. Forms, there is no restriction. What columns you required it, you can show it all the things here. But gallery, maximum 3 columns only we can show it. Understand? So for forms, if you want to take more columns into this particular form, then what you need to do? Select the form and click on edit fields. When you click on edit fields, so there is an option called add field option is there. Here itself, which columns you required it, you have to select it, and those values are displayed. Suppose, for example, account I'm selecting, and category I'm selecting, and business type I'm selecting, and classification I'm selecting, and click on add. Suppose I want these 3 columns only. Understand? See here, those column values will show here. Understand? Suppose, for example, Vijay, can we show that particular values? Okay, so can we arrange it in a proper way? Yes, you can arrange it. Like suppose, for example, I want to show the category on the top, or else I want to show the account one on the top. Then just you need to drag and drop and put it in which position you want it. Understand or not? Suppose I want account name on the top, then you can put it on that one. Suppose main phone I want to down, okay, then you can put like this. So whichever position you want to arrange the column, you just need to drag and drop, arrange it there itself. Understand clearly? This is how the details form will be there. So in the detail form yesterday, I explained, right? How yesterday, what part of this default canvas app will do? All the things it will do. Suppose, for example, I'm modifying this particular record. Okay. In whenever you come to here in edit screen, in edit screen also, whatever columns you want, you can take it. There is no restriction for that one, because in edit screen also we are using form, right? For form, there is no restriction. Whatever columns you want, you can take it there. So, understand? See here, in this one, also, if you want to take few of the columns, then what you have to do is, 1 second, I want to minimize all the screen, then you will understand. So this one, okay. So in this, again, select the form and right side of the properties, click on edit fields, and which columns you required it, you have to select the particular one. Suppose I want this one only, that column only, it will comes here. Okay. Suppose, see, by default, it will shows in view format. If you want to change it in, there are different formats are there, view and edit form, those related. Okay. So not only this one, for anyone, like suppose, for example, this one is there. In this, there are, for this particular column, if you expand this particular column, you will see control type. In this control type, there are different ways are there. Only view, not changing anything, then you have to select a view text. If it is view text, that means in this one, this particular value is not editable. Okay. So if you don't want to change any particular column, then you can change it to view. Control type is view text. Understand? If you want to edit that particular column, then you can control type, you have to select it as edit option is there. See here, edit text is there. You have to select this particular one. So based on that, it will be shown here. Suppose, for example, in the account name, I'm changing a value here. See here, suppose when you click on play, I'm changing a value here. Suppose 1, 2, 3. Then what will happen? That in the Dataverse table, automatically this value will be updated. Understand or not? Okay. So if you want, you can check it there itself. Like see here, whether this particular record is updated or not, you can see. Okay. First, you need to save this part. If you want to save this application, see on the right side, there is a save icon is there. Click on the save icon. It is asking with what name you need to save it. Okay. Like Naresh. It's saving. Okay. You have to wait for 10 seconds. See, once it is saved, you can go back to that particular one. Okay, you can leave. Okay, click on leave. See, here it will comes. Whatever apps you created, those apps are available under apps tab. See here, click on this apps tab. So here itself, whatever app you created, those apps are available here. Any app like Canvas app, model driven app, portal app, anything here itself, it is available. Understand? So I updated a table, right? What table you updated? Go to that particular respective table and and see whether the value is updated or not. See here, I'm putting this 1, 2, 3 value, right? Here, this value is updated. Understand or not? And even here in this particular table also, in the tables also, you can change the value of any particular cell itself. Anything you can do it here. That means, see, so whatever things you are doing, like update, insertion, deletion, anything you have to do it, then automatically it will reflect it to the data source. If the data source is OneDrive data source connection, it will be deleted. If the data source is like a Dataverse related table, that it will be happen in the Dataverse related. Understand clearly? Okay. So now this is how we can update, we can pull this particular Dataverse related table. Dataverse means tables related. These tables, default tables, we need to pull it into the Canvas default app, and there update all the things or delete it or anything, any CRUD operations you have to do it. Automatically it will happen here also. Understand? Now you are using sample tables up to now. No, but I don't want to use the sample tables. I want to create my own table. Okay. In the table, what data is available in one of the data source? That data, I need to load it into that new table. Okay. So let's see how we can create a table. So first I need to create a table, and after that in the table, I need to load some other data. Okay. Either Excel data or whatever. I want to load the Excel data. Okay, then see how we can it will happen. So first I need to create a table. If I want to create a table, then under the tables, you will have an option called new table. Click on this one. So what is the table name you want to show it? Suppose, for example, I want to show the table name as financial table. Understand? Just click on save. The table is created. Okay. If you want, you can check it also. Under the tables, again, go to the tables. See in the search bar on the right side, there is a search bar is there, right? Here itself, you can search it like whether the table is available or not. You can type like this financial. See, financial table is available. And click on this one. So under this table, I want to create a new columns into that one. So, and one more thing is, for any table, if you create any new table in Power Apps, okay, with what columns you created, along with those columns, default columns also it will be created. That default columns is provided by Power Apps. We are not providing those default columns, but don't worry, what columns is required, those only we have to use it. Understand? We don't want to use all the columns from that particular table. Understand clearly? So whatever table you created, in the table, the default columns are also added. Understand? So now what I need to do is, I want to load the sample data. Okay. That sample data, if I want to load it, means first in this table, I need to create the same structure of the columns. Understand? So what columns are there in that particular data? So the same structure of the table also, columns also, you need to create it here. And after that, you can load it. Understand? Suppose when you go here and there is OneDrive is there. In that OneDrive, actually I'm putting financial data here. Okay. This financial data I'm getting from the Power BI side. So don't worry, I will tell you how to take this sample data, financial data. So for this one, how you can take this sample data, I will show you after completion of this one. Okay. So this one, what I need to do is, so see, these are the columns. Okay. Segment column, country column. In the OneDrive, this is the Excel data will be there. Okay. So in Power Apps, if I want to load this particular data into the Power App, means first what columns are there in this particular Excel, the same columns you need to create there itself. Okay, not all the columns. Which columns you require, those columns only you need to create it. Suppose Vijay, why we are doing all these things, like why we are creating a columns there itself? Can't we directly load this particular Excel data into that particular Power Apps? No, because what will happen here it is, suppose if you load this particular Excel data into that one, what will happen? So whenever you load this particular data, so all the unwanted columns are also available there itself. So that's the reason what they are doing is, so whichever columns you required, you just need to create those columns in Power Apps, and those related data only you can put it. Then the performance of that application also it will increases or not. That's the reason you need to, in Power Apps, you need to create what columns is required from this table. Understand? From this Excel, what columns is required? Those related columns only you can create it in Power Apps. That means, suppose I want segment column there itself. Then see here. So this is the first column, name column is available. This is mandatory. So that's the reason. If you want to rename this particular column, you can rename it also. Like see here. Suppose, for example, click on this particular arrow and click on edit column. In this edit column, so what name you want it, you can change it to that one. Like suppose, for example, segment. Understand? Click on. Okay. That means in this particular column, what type of data you can store it, whether you want to store a text value, that means character value, numeric value, date value, decimal value, you have must and should you need to select the data type here. By default, for each and every column, single line of text, it will be there. Understand? See, click on save. I will show you with the different columns, the different data types, how can I will load that one. Okay. So I created this column. Few more columns also I need to create it. If you want to create a new columns, then here there is a plus button is there, right? Click on this plus button. What column name it is? Suppose, for example, I want to load country also. Then that column name you need to give. And here the data type. Country means that is a character, right? So see, either single line of text or what is the difference between, see here, single line of text and see here. Suppose, for example, if it is a plain text like this, it will be there. Okay. This is a single line of text. Okay. If it is single line of text, if you take it, what will happen here? It is that means in a row itself, that means in a particular cell itself, any number of characters. Suppose, for example, in multiple rows, you want to create multiple. That means you need to enter the paragraph related. Then we cannot use the plain text. You have to use like this area, that multi-line text, plain text, you need to take it. Understand? There are different types out there. So whenever we are going with a regular class, I will clearly explain you what type of text it is there. Understand? Next one is format. So in this format, so whether it is a text or anything, that format you need to select. Understand? So by default, whichever data type you are selected, the format also it will comes like this. Click on save. The column is created, country column. Like this, which columns you required, those columns like product column, segment column, sales column, product is also text only. So that's the reason I'm choosing this single line of text. Click on save. Next one is segment. In this segment also click on save. Segment also character on. Now I am taking sales. Okay. Sales column. So for this one, is the sales value is numeric or decimal? So So sales value always in decimal format it is there. You have to take the decimal here. Understand? So what data type is there? That data type you have to take it. See? Okay. Next one is profit. Profit all. Okay. Profit also like decimal value only it will be the decimal. If it is a numeric, you have to select the whole number. Understand? Like that. So I required few of the columns. Those columns only I created. Okay. Understand or not? So in this particular table, so whatever the records are available for those related like segment, country, product columns only I created, right? Those columns data only I need to load it into Power Apps. For that, what I need to do? First, I need to close this particular data source. And after this, what you have to do? You have to import this data into this. Okay. So for importing the data, so under this particular table, when you go up, you will see an option called import. What is that? Import option. When you click on import, you will have an option called import data from Excel is there, right? Click on this one because we are loading the Excel data only, right? That's the reason that we have to do it. So just you need to click on upload. Okay. Whatever Excel file is there that you have to, that file you need to select it. Select that one. And after that, see, it is not completed. Listen, because in that particular data source, there we have like 15 to 20 columns are there. But in this table I created, I only created 5 to 6 columns. These values are mapped? No, right? So that's the reason you have to map it. You have to manually map which columns you have to load it. Those columns you need to map it. So that's the reason. So you have to scroll to the right and there is an option you can see map columns. Okay. When you click on map columns, what will happen here? It is like, see here in the financial table, what columns are there? Like these are the multiple columns are there. Then what columns I need to map it? Those you need to select it. See here, like suppose country column. And see, these are the data. So that means Power Apps table. These are the Power Apps related columns. This is the source related. That means the Excel columns you have to map it. Understand? So this column is for Power Apps table. What financial table is there, right? Under the financial table, what columns you created in Power Apps? Those related columns here it is. Understand? These are data source related. You have to map it to that particular one. Understand? Suppose, for example, product column is that. We created a product column, right? Just you need to select the product column. We created a profit, right? Profit related, you have to select it. We created a sales, right? Sales, you have to select. We created a segment, right? Segment related, you have to select. See, that's it. Those only we created. So remaining are not required. Then what you have to do? Just you need to click on save. Once you click on save, automatically those columns only it is mapped. That means Power Apps columns and data source related columns are mapped. Those related data only it will be loaded. Okay. After that, what you have to do? Click on import. For importing the data into for that particular table, it will take some time. See, 700 rows are updated. Understand? So when you go to that particular table, okay, click on the tables and here which table it is? Financial table, right? So this is the one. Click on this one. See, those data it will. These related data, if you want to use it, again, you need to click on this particular table and click on. So here there is an option create, right? Because that financial table, I need to create an app by using that particular financial table. So that's the reason. Come to the create, you will have a Dataverse option, and so you already connect with the particular Dataverse, right? No need to create a new connection. If it is already there, you just need to select it there itself. And so what table it is? Financial table, right? See here in this financial table, what columns are there? Segment column. Yeah. So on this one, first I need to take this country. Here is the country. Next one, product. Next one, segment. I want to show. Okay. See here, those columns only can show. See, this is a country value. This is a product value. And if you select that particular card also, it will show you in the formula bar itself what column you are taking into that one. Understand? So, okay. And go here and do all the changes here itself. Like suppose if you modify anything, okay. So you need to take the columns and modify. If you want to modify anything, you can do it here also. Okay. Once again, I need to take the few columns in the gap in the forms, then you will understand. Like see here, I'm loading country also. I'm loading like there are different columns are there. Product, I need to load it. Profit, I need to load it. Sales, segment is already there. Click on OK. See here, it will show those values. And the same thing, you need to take those columns in this form also, you can take it. Profit, sales, segment. And if you required a status column also, you can take it that one. Now click on OK. I want to show the first as a country column. So that's the reason I can drag and drop and put it into that particular position, like this position. So country and segment column and product column also I want to show it, like sales column and profit column. Okay. And segment column already there, don't worry. Okay, not required. That means this column is not required because already segment column is there, right? That's the reason. Okay, you can close this one. Suppose, for example, if you are updating anything, Canada, I'm updating this one instead of Canada, like this, you can update it. Time to display. 1 second. With the PowerPoint. Yeah. So click on this one. Like anything, if you want to update it, it will go back to that particular one. Okay. Like this. Even here, status column is there, right? So inactive, active is there. You can select any of this column and click on OK. Then automatically it is updated here itself. Okay. See here. Then Vijay, I have a doubt here. That means whatever app is created in this app itself, we are updating or doing something, right? This is automatically, these related records are automatically updated in the financial table, right? The financial table, these records are updated. That means those financial table is getting from the OneDrive data, right? In that also it is updated. No, only from where we are getting the table and pull it into this app, that data source only it is updated. That means from the data source where it is getting, that table is also not updated. Understand? So like this, by using this particular Dataverse related, you can update the values. So if you want to see that one means see. So this is also like financial app. Click on save. Okay, now go back to the previous one. Go back to this Power Apps and go to the financial table and financial table is there, right? For this one, and you come down, you will see here. See, you change it to Montana 123, right? That it is getting updated. Understand? Is it clear or not? So this is how, that means from the Dataverse related, you can load that particular data into the tables, and you can create the tables. What column is required, you can create it, and from the some other location data will be there, Excel data will be there. Those I need to load it into that one. That table, what new table is there, that table related, by using Canvas default app, I can create with the data. Okay, I can create an app. From there, you whatever you want to do, you can do it. Okay, so in this particular tables, not only tables, if you want to create it, there are different options. Is there import or export also, we can do it. Okay, if you want to export the data, this particular table data, you can export it. That means suppose you're preparing a proper table here in Power Apps, like in Dataverse table, you will have one table is there. In that, you by using app, you can update but that particular table. After updating that, you want to export it, then you will have an option called export data option is there, and you can click on this one. This data will be exported into, from which location you want to save it, you can save it. Suppose I want to delete this particular table, you can delete it here. Or else, if you suppose, for example, you selected which table you want to delete it, you can select that particular table. There are three dot buttons is there. Under the three dot buttons, there is the delete option, but this is the default table, not you are create this table, right? You are not creating this table. This is the default table. Whichever tables you created, those tables you can remove. Understand? So whenever you want to uh, see, there are different things are there. Forms you can create it. You can provide a relationship between the data sets here itself. Okay, see here, there is an option called relationship, and you can provide a keys also. That means, so in both the tables, you need to maintain one common column. What is a common column? That means whenever you want to provide a relationship between the data set, you must have one common column. Common column is nothing but a similar values. Okay, whichever columns having similar values, those we can call it as common column. So whenever you have a common column, with that column you need to provide a relationship by using this one. So in each and every table, one primary key or keys are there, right? That means that I want to maintain a unique records into this particular column from that particular table. Then you, for that you need to create a keys also. Understand? So if you want to create a form means, that means suppose for example I want these are the columns. In these columns I want to display in a prop. Like that, if you want to create the forms, you can create it here. So don't worry, in the regular class itself you will understand all these things. Okay, and views also created. Suppose view is nothing but what will happen here, one table only it will be there. Whenever you create a view, that means whenever you create a particular view, okay, what will happen whenever you create a view? That means you can pull the column from multiple tables. You can pull. That means whenever you create a view, you can pull the column from multiple tables. But whatever columns you are pulling from different data set, in between the data set must and should relationship is there. Then only views are created. Otherwise, there is no use of creating a views. Understand? Next one is charts. That means some graphs also we can create it here if it is required. Okay, so graphs and everything, some business rules also you can apply it, some messages also you can put it there itself while at the time of creating forms or anything. At that time we have to use it. Understand clearly? And so like this, whichever all this information related are tables. Okay, all the tables are stored here itself, and those related information is available. If any table is required, or see, because these tables are secure data, we can maintain in a secure manner. Because so without having your credentials, no one is logged into this one. So that's the reason whatever the master tables is there, sometimes those master tables we need to load it in Power Apps, because this is a secure one. That's the reason. Okay, so here, see here in the left pane home, you will see, right? In this home, when you come down, some sample whatever apps you created, that you can see it. And so, and we can like suppose for example you want to learn Power Apps, what it is and everything. So there is, so they are giving some documents related. Okay, by using this also you can learn all these Power Apps and everything. Understand? So when you come to the create, so here the data sources only it is available. Okay, so and when you come down, okay, you will see different templates. What is this? Templates. That means you didn't create this template. Power Apps is creating some templates. What purpose of this particular, some sample templates they are provide. Power Apps templates. See here, suppose you click on this one. Innovation challenge related, their app is created. When you click on this one, suppose for example, if you go here, create it, but you need to require all the credentials for that one. Okay, but installation some sample data sources must and should you need to have an access, then only it is possible to access this particular, otherwise you are not able to access this one. These are all the sample templates. Okay, if it is a Power Apps training from office like that, it will be there. So see, these are the connectors you are connected. Okay, these connectors must and should you need to access, then only this app will, yeah, this app you can access it, otherwise it is not possible. So most of the times whatever the sample templates they are provided, if you have, so if you are taking a licenses, with the licenses they are giving grant access for that one, then only you can see. If it is a free version, we cannot see, because all these apps are, all these custom connectors, they didn't give access for that one. Okay, suppose if it is a budget tracker, for this one I think no need of connections anything. Click on create it. See here, Once you click on create it, some sample templates for having the data source connections. Okay, so if you have the access, then only you can. Some apps doesn't have any connectors up there, so you can directly access those the related things. See here. Suppose, for example, I want to play this one. See, whenever you click on this particular one, those related data, you can see it here. And those related data, you can see here itself. Suppose you want to delete this particular one. You can delete it by using this one. Okay. So what budget is it? Suppose whatever record, this is a gallery. This is a gallery. Okay. In this gallery, I'm selecting this one. They are showing the chart, this data into this one. Okay. Whatever I'm selecting, those related data only I'm seeing here itself. Understand what is the budget, how much spent, and what is the remaining amount. Suppose you want to create a new record, then you have to click on this plus button. That means what is the budget of the title? Like suppose Power Apps. It is amount is 20,000 like this. Click on that. Okay, that record will be there. If you go down, you will see that. See, this is your record, right? So if you want to create expenses, you can create it. Okay, you can click on this one. So what expenses you required it, expense name, expense amount, and food category. And suppose, for example, you want to see the photo for this one. You can allow it. When you click on allow it, you can see that particular photo here itself. Understand? This is the photo. Okay. So like this, by using we can access the sample templates. And by accessing the sample template, we can see how they are creating and everything. All these are Canvas apps only. Understand? By using Canvas apps only, they are creating this one. Okay. So this is what about this tables and sample templates they are given into this one and everything. Okay. So we can stop it here, and tomorrow we'll continue. Tomorrow, what we need to discuss is we need to start the actual class itself. Okay, tomorrow onward, the actual class will be started. That means from the sign up process and everything. Okay, what are the types of licenses? Okay, if it is a free, how many it is? All the things from the beginning onwards, I will explain you from tomorrow. Understand? Tomorrow onwards, the actual class will be started. Okay. Anyone having any doubts? What is there? What's boring? What happened? What is the time period for this course? It is 40 working days. It is there, Sayed. Okay. Can you send me the admin number? Like, you will, like, I think Sham will be there. Okay. Sham is the person for this admin. Okay. I think I don't know. 1 second. Like, one second, I will probably. Uh, Actually, he need to give the details. Like 1 second. Like I will check and I will let you know. Or else from the Google you will find an Naresh IT, right? So from there, if you called it, they will tell you admin number for this particular Power Apps and everything. Understand? And Dave, it's getting bored means suppose if you listen previous demos and everything, it's not getting bored. But if you are today you are joining means somewhat it's getting bored. You didn't understand what is happening previous one, like that. Okay. Yeah, tell me, Piyush.
Yeah, hi. When we create this app, so it's necessary to means user also need to use this Power App to use this particular app. Means I
Yeah,
am a
yeah,
developer and I
yeah, yeah.
have to.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, must and should, because you develop it, right? Without sharing
Yeah.
that particular app, how the users are using that particular one, right? So you, after creating an app, you need to share to those users. They are
Hmm.
accessing that app and they are doing all the things there in that app itself.
Okay. If they provide me the Excel sheet or they were working and I'm pulling
Hmm.
that data from the Excel sheet with this
Hmm.
app, so it can be work.
Yeah, yeah, it can work. Like that only today I showed, right, Piyush?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's why I'm
Yeah.
asking. Same
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone? Anyone is there? Like you can, if you have any doubts, you can, I will unmute it here itself. You can raise your hand so that I can clear it. Yeah, Hasim, like you can unmute here itself, you can raise it. Like, see, I will unmute it. Hasim, you can speak it out. Hasim, are you there? Hasim, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, tell me, Hasim. Do you have any questions? Okay. Okay, anyone having any questions or anything is there? Okay, tomorrow onwards, the actual class will be started. Okay, so once we will start it. So this Saturday, there is no class. Again, we'll meet on Monday if tomorrow is happening. So from tomorrow onwards, again, that means so we can start like how we can, what are the different types of licenses, what are the requirement for this Power Apps and everything, like from this starting onwards, I will explain you. Understand? Yeah. Yeah, Nitin, tell me. Nitin?
Hello.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, hello.
Yeah,
Any fresher can get a job Power App?
100%, man. And nowadays,
Hello.
everyone is. Hello, hello. Is it clear?
Yes, clear.
Everyone, see, for fresher, like if you choose like Power BI and Power App, even Power Apps also. See, by in outside of the market, you didn't find video. That means recruiters didn't find the Power Apps related one candidates. So if you are learn properly and everything, definitely you will get a chance into this one.
Remote job is possible in Power App?
That how can I say?
Yeah.
That I cannot say, right?
Hello.
Hello.
Okay. Yes, yes.
Any doubts? Yeah. Yeah, Subhash, tell me.
Hey, hi, I'm audible, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, if do you have any document, means which content you are going to
Yeah, yeah.
complete? Already
Everything
you
is there.
explained all. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
patch function, nowadays Copilot also coming, right? If
Yeah, yeah.
new feature also you are going to explain, right? Or if you have any document, it would be better for us. So we will.
100% Subhash. But it is a demo, right? So
Yeah.
once
Got.
yeah, yeah.
But
So
if anything document, so you can share or Naresh IT can share with us. So,
Yeah, sure. I'm finding that Sham is the one. Like actually for this batch itself, admin is Sham. Okay,
okay,
so
okay.
he's not lift my call. Okay,
Yeah.
reason. But if you check, if you call to the Naresh IT, they will tell you like Sham number and everything, and I will share it to Sham because here itself. See, are you able to see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yeah. See here, there is no option to attach any file here because
Yeah,
this is a
yeah.
demo. So that's the reason. These are the things are there.
Yeah,
So
it would be better if Naresh IT can send this document over email and all,
yeah,
so
yeah.
we can get more clarity which
Okay, I will check with Sham, and tomorrow, at least tomorrow, I will try to figure it out. This one. Okay, at
sure.
least we need to figure it out to whom you need to ask whichever things you wanted. Understand?
Yeah, sure,
So you
sure.
need to reach out to him, and he will provide all these things.
Yeah,
Understand?
thank you.
And Vinod, yeah, tell me, Vinod.
So what is the difference between Power BI and Power Apps exactly? So that I wanted to know.
Oh, okay. You want exact one? Like, see, Power BI, see, these all we can call it as Power Platform, like Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automate. This is very important. Okay. This
Okay.
combination of three different tools, we can call it as Power Platform. Okay.
Okay.
So Power BI is nothing but it is a reporting tool. That
Okay.
means what data we are getting from the data source, we can show it in a pictorial format. That's it. That
Okay.
means in Power BI, suppose for example, you are changing the column name. Okay. So one
Okay.
of the table column name you are changed. It is not reflected to the data source. Okay.
Correct.
Whatever changes you happen in the Power BI, it will be up to the Power BI side only.
Mhm.
Okay. So this is the drawback it is available. Suppose for example, I'm the user, right? So I'm sure that means I'm the user. I asked the developer, like you are the developer. Okay. You created a report. In that report, there are some changes will happen, but you are not in that particular position. Like that means you are in leave or something like that.
Mhm.
Until you came it, user need to wait it. These are the problems in this particular report, right? They need to
Okay.
say. So whenever you are using app, user cannot wait it. Just if he is able to access the Power Apps from the app itself, he is directly connected, interacted with the data source. That is the main advantage in Power Apps.
Okay.
Understand? So then
Yeah.
he don't want to open any particular SQL Server data source and open the table and change the values, or no need to do all these things. They simply do the things in the app itself. Automatically, it will be reflected in the data source.
Okay. Okay. Actually, I'm new to this Power BI and Power Apps. That's.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Actually, Power BI batch will be started like 2nd of this August. Okay. So in
Okay.
the morning, it will be there. So if you are capable to learn parallelly, then okay, fine. Okay,
Okay.
you can learn it. So, but Power Platform, we know must and should required in future. Okay. Like
Okay.
Power BI, Power Apps, and Power Automate, 100%. So don't worry, learn slowly. Like, okay. So one
Okay.
after the other, learn it and listen properly and practice it properly. After getting that, go to the next step like that. Understand?
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anyone is there? Hmm. Like, so still confusing what we have visual representation using Power, but no, Prabhavati, still see tabular information. If you want to see it, means whenever you go with the regular class, I will show you there is a data table element is there. In the data table element, you can see the data in table format. Understand clearly? Table, see, that means using Power, but why don't why? Why we don't want to see the table information with the Power Apps? See, that means sometimes what will happen here it is, why we want to see the table information means because the table information we can see it because what data is available under that particular column, client want to see, users want to see that particular data. Okay, for that purpose, we can show that particular data in the table format in Power Apps. If the client don't want to see all these things, not required to put it the table information here itself. Understand, Prabhavati? Is it clear? Or else if you unmute it, I will clear that out. What is Narasimha Reddy? How many columns we can create in 1024? The maximum columns is 1024 we can create in a particular table. Understand? Syed. So anyone having any doubts, you can raise your hand so that I can clear all this. Yeah, Sudarshan, tell me.
Yeah. Hello, sir. I'm
Yeah.
audible. Hello.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, sir. As in Power BI, we can extract data from Excel and PDF sheet. As similar in Power Apps, we can do, or we can have to generate a new data source.
Sorry. I didn't get you.
In Power BI, as we have extract data from any Excel sheet or PDF. Likewise, we have to do in Power Apps, or we have to generate a separate data.
No. There is a direct function is there. PDF if you want to generate it. Okay. So in Power BI, you have under the file, you have an export option is there. Under the export, you have export to PDF option is there. But in Power BI, by using PDF function, PDF, okay, you can whatever the data you want to put it in the PDF format or whatever screens you want to put it, you can directly put there. And one more thing is you can directly attach that PDF file into email itself. That means you can send it directly through the email here itself. I will show you how you can do it.
Okay.
Understand,
Thank you.
Sudarshan?
Yes. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. No, I think no, not required, Syed. Okay. Flows is different here. Flows, that means Power Automate is different here. That is a different tool. We are only covered in this course like Power Apps only. We are not creating flows are creating in the Power Automate. Okay, that is a different tool. We are not covered that part here itself. Understand? So we can stop it here and we'll continue tomorrow. Okay. Bye, guys.